Good day everyone, this is Miss Trina Mapute, and for today's video, I am going to discuss the Module 4 of the Philippine Traditional Dances, which is a classical collection of Philippine folk dance. Lesson 4.1, Selected Folk Dances, Music, Costume, and Formation. So, before we proceed, I have a motivational questions. Do you know what is folk dance? The history of folk dance? And why is it important for the students to still learn the Philippine folk dance? Now, the module overview. Many popular folk dances have grown and changed as they have been passed down from generation to generation in the Philippines. Although a dance may be done slightly different in different regions, it remains true to its origins. Here are a few of the region's most popular dances. Lesson summary. Philippine culture has been influenced by migration and trade from surrounding nations, creating cultural imprints on the local people that were handed down to the next generation. 10 folk dances and their history. Mazurka di Hagna, PhEd, Pampilpilalikan, Pitik Ningaw, Sinublihan, Valse Vieja, Valse Ibanag, Binislakan or Lingayi, Hota Rizal, Suwa Kasuwa. First is the Mazurka di Hagna or Mazurka di Jad, meaning a mazurka named after the Hagna town. Dance culture is lowland Christian. Place of origin is Hagna, Bohol. Ethno-linguistic group, Boholano. Classification, festival dance. Background and context of Mazurka di Hagna. While on research in 70s, elementary pupils of Miss Agbayani in Hagna perform Mazurka di Hagna for Mr. Ramon Ubusan. Miss Agbayani no longer remember the origin of the dance. It is only known that the Mazurka step was introduced by the Spanish missionaries sometime in the 18th century. The Mazurka, together with other European steps, was brought from Germany via the galleons. The Spanish friars, finding music as effective tools to make the natives understand Christianity better, centered on these folk traditions. Dance properties of Mazurka di Hagna. Costume. In female is Maria Clara, Cocho or Zapaltilla. In male, Barong Tagalog, dark colored pants, black leather shoes. Music, 3/4 time signature, composed of 4 parts. The introduction, A, B, and C. Count 1, 2, 3 to a measure. And the formation, partners stand opposite each other, about 6 feet apart. Girls is at the right side of a boy when facing the audience. Any number of pairs can participate. So as you can see in the picture, the girls or the female are wearing Maria Clara costume, while the male is wearing Barong Tagalog, dark colored pants and black leather shoes. The second folk dance is PhEd, meaning to wipe off mud from bare foot. Dance culture is lowland Christian, same as Mazorca de Hagna. Place of origin is Capiz. The ethno-linguistic group is Capiznon. The classification of the dance is festival dance. Background and context of PhEd folk dance. To anticipate muddy feet entering the house, doormats are literally laid to welcome the guest, each wiping off their feet as expected of polite and respectful farmers. Playfulness got the better of the guest, as each one up with innovative and impromptu movements including stomping, twisting, gyrating, and time. Lilty music played by a rondalia. Something happened from the doormat to the sala, and the birth of the PhEd dance was discovered. The dance properties of PhEd folk dance. When it comes to top costume, female wear peasant kimono and patadyon, barefoot. Male, camisa di chino, any colored peasant pants, barefoot. Music is 2/4 time signature composed of two parts, the A and B. Count 1, 2, 3 to a measure. And its formation, partners face each other about 6 feet apart. Girl is at the right side of the boy when facing the audience. Same as Mazorca de Hagna. They are more likely. The next one, or the third one, is the Pampil-Pilalikan. So Pampil-Pilalikan comes from the origin of Pangasinan, meaning to gently touch the palms. Dance culture of Pampil-Pilalikan is lowland Christian rice farmers. The ethno-linguistic group is Pangasinense. The classification of the dance is a courtship dance. Proceeding to its background and context, at the turn of the 19th century, special gatherings brought people together to entertain out-of-town guests, an opportunity taken by love-struck gentlemen to look around for a future partners. Though repressed by moral norms, ladies managed to throw meaningful glances at men, a message that drew each close to the other. When at last they stand face to face and barely touching hands, courtship becomes even more passionate. This amorous touch that may last for even an enchanted moment is what Pampipilalikan is all about. Pilalikan is about the pining or longing for a loved one. Before the dance was finally arranged as formal presentation, partners danced around the ballroom performing kittish hide and seek movements. Proceeding to the dance properties of Pampipilalikan. Costume. Female wear Maria Clara, zapatilya or beaded cocho slippers, while male is wearing barong Tagalog, dark-colored pants and black leather shoes. Their music is 3/4 time signature, composed of 3 parts, the A, B, and C. Count is 1, 2, 3 to a measure. In the formation, partners stand opposite each day, about 6 feet apart. Girls is at the right side of the boy when facing the audience. Next is the Pitik Mingaw. Pitik Mingaw place of origin is Rojas City, Capiz. Meaning of Pitik Mingaw is a touch of loneliness. Dance culture is a lowland Christian. Ethno-linguistic group is Capiznon, from Bisaya or Bisayan. Classification of the dance is a courtship dance. Proceeding to its background and context, Catholicism, repressive policies and actions, and opinions made many Filipinos unhappy. Those affected included lovers whose every move was followed by the watchful eyes of authorities. The lovers found much relief when in social gatherings they were able to come close to each other. Like many love dances, Pitik Mingaw contains the soul of couples in love, the nemesis of life itself as it was. Proceeding to its dance properties, costume, female wear Maria Clara, zapatilla or kucho, while male is wearing barong Tagalog, dark-colored pants, and black leather shoes. Their music is 3/4 and 2/4 time signature, composed of 7 parts: A, B, C, D, E, F, and J. Count 1, 2, 3 to a measure in 3/4 time signature, 1, 2, and to a measure of 2/4 time signature, which is habanera. Formation of the dance is the partners stand opposite each other about 6 feet apart. Girls is at the right side of the boy when facing the audience. Any number of pairs may take part in the dance. Next is the sinublihan. Sinublihan meaning to go back and forth. Dance culture is a lowland Christian, rural. The place of origin is Zambales. Ethno-linguistic group of sinublihan is Sambanilan. The classification of the dance is a game dance. Background context of sinublihan folk dance. The Philippine archipelago, home to millions of fishermen, has a very long shore owing to its 7,100 islands. In Zambales, north of Manila, fisher folks spend more time at the sea than on land. But when time permits, they gather in the beach for impromptu parties. A ball game quickly gets underway using a buslo or a fish basket. Like a volleyball, the buslo is to be tossed back and forth between 2 players standing in strategic positions, while an IT frantically tries to retrieve the basket. Proceeding to its dance properties, its costume, female wear peasant barut saya with fisher container, which is the buslo. Barefoot, hand prop is a buslo or the fish container. When it comes to male costume, they wear long sleeve camisa de chinos shirt, colored peasant pants, and barefoot. The music is a 2/4 time signature composed of 2 parts, the A and the B. Count 1, 2, 3 to a measure in 3/4 time signature. 1, 2 or 1 and 2 to a measure. The formation of this dance, girl stands in front of the boy, both facing the audience. Any number couples may participate in this dance. Next folk dance is the valse vieja or valse vieja, meaning old waltz. The dance culture is a lowland Christian. Place of origin of valse vieja folk dance is Pangasinan, and their ethno-linguistic group is Pangasinense. Their classification of the dance is festival dance. Proceeding to its background and context. When the Spaniards came to the Philippines in the 16th century, little did they realize that they would change the traditions of the Filipinos, including their dance. Together with the religion, government, economics, politics, and society, the Spaniards brought with them their music and dance tradition in the form of waltz. Mazurka, Jota or Jota, Zapateado, Polka, and etc. Of all their dance forms they introduced, it was the waltz. The valse that sucked so strongly, finding its way to nearly all dance is labeled as Christians. Proceeding to its dance properties. Costume. Female wears Maria Clara, Zapatilla or Cucho. Male is a barong Tagalog, dark colored pants and black leather shoes. Their music is a 3/4 time signature composed of three fonts, A, B, and C. Count is 1, 2, 3 to a measure in 3/4 signature. The formation, as you can see on the picture, partners stand opposite each other about 6 feet apart. Girls is at the right side of a boy when facing audience. Any number of pairs may take part of the dance. Next is a Balse Ibanag, meaning waltz of the Ibanag people. Okay, so Ibanag people are lowland Christian in middle class. Place of origin is Kamanlalugan, Cagayan. The ethno-linguistic group is Ibanag, and the classification of the folk dance is a festival dance. Background and context of Valse Ibanag. The Ibanag is one of the many ethno-linguistic groups of Cagayan Valley, readily accepted the newly introduced music and dance that came along with the Spanish inroads via the missionaries. Among the newly acquired musical instrument was the harp, as quickly as it became part of the Ibanag musical traditions. The valse or waltz, which came with other steps like juta, fandango, kutis, and mazurka, first gained popularity among the rich and exclusive Ibanag elite, but later filtered down the masses. Though the steps are simple, Valse Ibanag is an exquisite hybrid of the European waltz and popular Ilocano steps. The costume of Valse Ibanag is Maria Clara, Zapañeta, or Cucho. Comes to a male, they wear barong Tagalog, dark colored pants, and black leather shoes. Music is a 3/4 time signature composed of 3 parts, the A, B, and C. Count 1, 2, 3 to a measure in 3/4 time signature. And the formation of the dance is dancers arranged in sets of 4 pairs. As you can see in the picture, partners face each other about 6 feet apart. Next is Binislakan or Lingayin, meaning with the use of stick. It is a dance culture from Christian lowland. Place of birth is from Pangasinan. Ethno-linguistic group is Pangasinense. Classification of the dance is courtship. Let us hear the background or context of the Binislakan pockets. Lingayan in Pangasinan means having to look backward and upward. It was derived from Li King Tong, a Chinese word given to the name Lingayin, the capital of Pangasinan. By the Chinese settlers in this place long time ago, the Barrio folks who live at Almasen, a small place between Barrio Pangapisan or Pulong and Manibok, danced this to commemorate the stay of Limahong, a Chinese pirate who built his kingdom here. The dancers look forward and upward in some of the movements. Hence, the name Lingayin. They also use 2 sticks to produce rhythms, initiating the 2 chopsticks used by the Chinese in eating. So the dance is also called Binislakan, which in Pangasinan means with the use of chopsticks. Binislakan female wears chesgo and kimono, with loose and long sleeve and soft panuelo. In male, they use or wear camisa de chino and red pants. Music is 2/4 time signature, composed of two parts, the A and the B. Count 1, 2, 1 and 2, and 1, 2, 1 and 2. Formation, partners stand about 6 feet apart. Any number of pairs may take part in the dance in any formation desired. Jota Rizal, meaning popular Jota during Dr. Jose Rizal's time. The dance culture is Christian lowland. Place of origin is Batangas. Ethno-linguistic group is Tagalog, and the classification of the dance is festival. The background or context of Jota Rizal folk dance. During the Spanish region, the Jota dances were among the most popular dances in the Philippines. This version was very popular during the time of Dr. Jose Rizal. Female wear in Jota Rizal folk dance, they wear Maria Clara, as you can see on the picture. Male wear Barong Tagalog and black trousers. Music is a 3/4 time signature composed of 4 parts, A, B, C, and D. Count 1, 2, 3 to a measure. Formation of Jota Rizal, partners stand opposite each other about 6 feet apart. Girl at partner's right side when facing the audience. And lastly is the Suwa Kusua. Suwa Kusua means may pumelo tree. Dance culture is a lowland Muslim from coastal. Place of origin is Hulu Sulu. The ethno-linguistic group is Tauso. Classification of the dance is a courtship dance. The background and context of Suwa Kusua. The Tausog of Sulu, southern Philippines, though known as fearsome warriors, are also better known as sturdy seafarers and hardy farmers. Extensive orchards are planted to coconut and pomelos, and fields to staples like rice and root crops. At harvest time, pomelo fruits are gathered in big baskets. Before they are sent away, the Tausog depend strongly on the income the pomelo brings them, and this relationship is romanticized by comparing the Suwa's gentle leaves, slender branches, attractive fruits, and fragrant flowers to the virtues of a lady. Put to music, it is the song that is sung by couples while flapping 2 white fans, each resembling leaves, whistling in the wind in the Suwa Kusua. Dance Suwa Kusua performers, some men but especially women, come to the festivities with faces thickly covered with finely ground rice powders, and their eyebrows and sideburns enhanced with soot, all for beauty's sake. The dance properties of Suwa Kusua. Their costume is the traditional Tausog costume, which we will tackle to the next lesson. The music is 2/4 and 4/4 time signatures composed of 3 parts, A, B, and C. Gabang. Gabang is a bamboo xylophone. They use shaped like a small boat. Bamboo slats thin and cut to graduated sizes to produce 3 octaves of pentatonic scale. The count of their dance is 1, 2 to a measure in 2/4 time signature, 1, 2, 3, 4 to a measure in 4/4 time signature. The formation is the partners are about 6 feet apart. Any number of pairs may take part of the dance. So now, let's go back to our motivational questions since we are done We are then discussing about the 10 Philippine folk dance and their history. So why is it important for the students or even us to still learn the Philippine folk dance? Because they were preserving the Philippine culture and pass it on to the next generation. Philippine folk dance is uniting force to the people of the Philippines. That's all for this video. I hope you are listening and learn something. Keep safe and God bless.